I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it, I did try and fuck her. And she was married. I moved on her like a bitch. And she was married, but I couldn't get there. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. I don't even wait. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything. Donald J. Trump.
Petruchio, Posthumus, York, Hamlet, Margaret, Queen of England, her lords. Thus have I politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully, to make her come and know her keeper's call. That is, to watch her as we watch these kites that bait and beat and will not be obedient.
There's a lot of women out there that demand that the husband act like the wife. And you know, there's a lot of husbands that listen to that.
She ate no meat today, nor none shall eat. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. As with the meat some undeserved fault, I'll find about the making of the bed. And here I'll fling the pillow, there the bolster, this way the coverlet, another way the sheets.
You know, I don't want to sound too much like a chauvinist, but when I come home and dinner's not ready, I'll go through the roof, okay?
Aye, and amid this, Harley, I'll intend that all is done in reverent care of her. This is a way to kill a wife with kindness, and thus I'll curb her mad and headstrong humor. He that knows better how to tame a shrew, let him speak, 'tis charity to show.
There's not a lot of disagreement because ultimately Ivana does exactly as I tell her to do.
I know she is an irksome, brawling scold.
For a man to be successful, he needs support at home. Just like my father had from my mother, not someone who is always griping and bitching.
I will be master of what is mine own. She is my goods, my chattels, she is my house, my household stuff, my field, my barn, my horse, my ox, my ass, my anything.
You have to treat them like shit.
We are all bastards. Oh, could I find the woman's part in me? For there's no motion that tends to vice in man. But I affirm it is the woman's part. Be it lying, note it, the woman's. Flattering, hers. Deceiving, hers.
Women have one of the great acts of all time. The smart ones act very feminine and needy, but inside they are real killers. I have seen women manipulate men with just a twitch of their eye, or perhaps another body part.
Lust and rank thoughts, hers. Hers revenges, hers ambitions, covetings, changes of pride's disdain. Nice longing, slanders, mutability, all faults that may be named. Nay, the hell knows. Why hers in part or all, but rather all.
Their sex drive makes us look like babies. Some women try to portray themselves as being of the weaker sex, but don't believe it for a minute.
For even to vice they are not constant, but are changing still. One vice, but of a minute old, for one not half so old as that. All right against them, detest them, curse them. Yet 'tis greater skill and a true hate to pray that they have their will. The very devils cannot plague them better.
There's nothing I love more than women, but they're really a lot different than portrayed. They are far worse than men, far more aggressive, and boy, can they be smart.
Brave warriors, Clifford and Northumberland, come, make him stand upon this molehill here.
I think certain women are more beautiful than others, to be perfectly honest, and it's fortunate I don't have to run for political office.
What? Was it you that would be England's king? Was't you that revelled in our parliament and made a preachment of your high descent? Oh, 'tis a fault too unpardonable. Off with the crown, and with the crown his head. And who else we breathe, take time to do him dead.
She-wolf of France, the worse than wolves of France, whose tongue more poisons than the adder's tooth. How ill-beseeming is it in thy sex to triumph like an Amazonian troll upon their woes whom fortune captivates.
Look at that face. Would anybody vote for that?
but that thy face is vizard-like, unchanging, made impudent with the use of evil deeds. I would say, proud queen, to make thee blush, to tell thee whence thou camest, of whom derived, were shame enough to shame thee, wert thou not shameless.
Can you imagine that? The face of our next president?
'Tis beauty that oft make women proud, but God, he knows thy share thereof is small.
I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers.
'Tis virtue that doth make them most admired, the contrary doth make thee wondered at. 'Tis government that makes them seem divine, the want thereof makes thee abominable.
I mean, she's a woman and I'm not supposed to say bad things, but really, folks, come on.
O tiger's heart wrapped in a woman's hide, how couldst thou drain the lifeblood of the child to bid the father wipe his eyes withal, and yet be seen to bear a woman's face? Women are soft, mild, pitiful, and flexible. Thou stern, obdurate, flinty, rough, remorseless.
Are we serious? Does she look presidential, fellas? Give me a break.
Bidst thou me rage? Why now thou hast thy wish. Wouldst have me weep? Why now thou hast thy will. These tears are my sweet Rutland's obsequies, and every drop cries vengeance for his death. 'Gainst thee fell Clifford, and thee, false Frenchwoman.
Beshrew me, but his passion moves me so that hardly can I check my eyes from tears.
That face of his the hungry cannibals would not have touched, would not have stained with blood, but you are more inhuman, more inexorable, 10 times more than tigers of Hyrcania.
What? Weeping ripe, my lord Northumberland? Think but upon the wrong he did us all, and that will quickly dry thy melting tears.
If she were a man, I don't think she'd get 5% of the vote. Frankly, the only thing that she's got going for her is the woman card.
The king unto him took a peer, who died and left a female heir, with whom the father liking took, and her to incest did provoke.
She does have a very nice figure. If she were my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Bad child.
Worse father!
We could say, politically correct, that the look doesn't matter, but the look obviously matters. Like, you wouldn't have your job if you weren't beautiful.
I have heard of your paintings too well enough. God has given you one face and you make yourselves another.
These were beautiful women, but many of them couldn't carry on a normal conversation. Some were vain, some were crazy, some were wild, and many of them were phonies.
You jig, you amble, and you lisp, and you nickname God's creatures and make your wantonness your ignorance. Go to. I'll no more on't, it hath made me mad.
She's probably deeply troubled, and therefore great in bed. How come the deeply troubled women, deeply troubled, they're always the best in bed?
Frailty, thy name is woman.
She's impudent, my lord.
She does abuse to our ears. Presumptuous dame.
She's like a liar gone to burning hell.
Vile fiend and shameless courtesan.
They lack retention.
All the women on The Apprentice flirted with me, consciously or unconsciously. That's to be expected.
Impudent strumpet.
Shameless callant.
Triple-turned whore.
Cursed drab.
She was false as water.
There was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
Why, this it is when men are ruled by women.
She turned to folly, and she was a whore.
Hateful, withered hag.
Piece of ass.
High-minded strumpet.
Disgusting both inside and out.
Oh, she was foul.
Nice tits, no brains.
False as hell.
She's a slob,
Deceitful dame.
pig,
Villainous whore.
bimbo.
Railing woman.
False boding woman.
Unruly woman.
Thou fond mad woman.
Such a nasty woman. Nobody has more respect for women than I do. Nobody has more respect.
Angelo, ruler of Vienna.
Isabella, a nun.
How now, fair maid?
I am come to know your pleasure.
That you might know it would much better please me than to demand what 'tis. Your brother cannot live.
Even so, let him keep your honor.
Yet
May he live a while. Which had you rather? That the most just law now took your brother's life, or to redeem him, give up your body to such sweet uncleanness as she that he hath stained?
Sir, believe this. I'd rather give my body than my soul.
I talk not of your soul.
How say you?
Answer to this. I, now the voice of the recorded law, pronounce a sentence on your brother's life. Might there not be a charity in sin to save this brother's life?
Please you to do it. I'll take it as a peril to my soul. It is no sin at all, but charity. That I do beg his life, if it be sin, heaven let me bear it. You granting of my suit, if that be sin, I'll make it my morn prayer, to have it added to the faults of mine, and nothing of your answer.
Nay, but hear me. Your sense pursues not mine. Either you are ignorant, or seem so craftily, and that's not good. To be received plain, I'll speak more gross. Your brother is to die.
So,
admit no other way to save his life, that you, his sister, finding yourself desired of such a person, could fetch your brother from the manacles of the all-building law, and that there were no earthly mean to save him, but that either you must lay down the treasures of your body to this supposed, or else to let him die. What would you do?
as much for my poor brother as for myself, that is, were I under the terms of death, the impression of keen whips I'd wear as rubies, and strip myself to death as to a bed that longing had been sick for, ere I yield my body up to shame.
Then must your brother die.
And 'twere the cheaper way. 'Tis better a brother died at once than that a sister by redeeming him should die forever.
Were not you then as cruel as the sentence you have slandered so?
Lawful mercy is nothing kin to foul redemption.
You seemed of late to make the law a tyrant, and rather proved the sliding of your brother a merriment than a vice.
Oh, pardon me, my lord, it all falls out. To have what we would have, we speak not what we mean. I something do excuse the thing I hate for his advantage that I dearly love.
We are all frail.
Else let my brother die.
Nay, women are frail too.
Aye, as the glasses where they view themselves, which are as easy broke as they make forms. Women, oh heaven, men their creation mar, in profiting by them, nay, call us 10 times frail. For we are as soft as our complexions are, and credulous to false prints.
I think it well. I do arrest your words. Be that you are, that is, a woman, as you're well expressed by all external warrants. Show it now by putting on the destined livery.
I have no tongue but one, gentle my lord. Let me entreat you speak the former language.
Plainly conceive, I love you.
My brother did love Juliet, and you tell me he shall die for it.
He shall not, Isabel, if you give me love. Believe me, on mine honor, my words express my purpose.
Ah, little honor to be much believed, and a most pernicious purpose, seeming. I will proclaim the Angelo, look to it. Sign me a present pardon for my brother, or with an outstretched throat I'll tell the world aloud what man thou art.
Who will believe thee, Isabel? My unsoiled name, the austereness of my life, my vouch against you, and my place in the state shall show your accusation overweigh that you shall stifle in your own report and smell of calumny. I have begun, and now I give my sensual race the rein. fit thy consent to my sharp appetite. Lay by all nicety, redeem thy brother by yielding up thy body to my will, or else he must not only die the death, but thy unkindness shall his death draw out to lingering sufferance. Answer me tomorrow, or by the affection that now guides me most, I'll prove a tyrant to him. As for you, say what you can, my false or ways your true.
To whom should I complain? Did I tell this? Who would believe me? Perilous vows that bear in them one, the self-same tongue, either of condemnation or approof. Bidding the law make curtsy to their will, hooking both right and wrong to the appetite, to follow as it draws. Well, to my brother, though he had fallen by prompture of the blood, yet hath he in him such a mind of honor, that had he 20 heads to tender down on 20 bloody blocks, he'd yield them up before his sister should her body stoop to such abhorred pollution. Then Isabel lived chaste, and brother die. More than our brother is our chastity. I'll tell him yet of Angelo's request, and fit his mind to death for his soul's rest.
Cressida, a Trojan, a prisoner of war.
The Greeks! Agamemnon,
Menelaus,
Ulysses,
Nestor,
Achilles,
Patroclus,
Diomedes,
is this the Lady Cressid?
even she.
most dearly welcome to the Greeks, sweet lady.
Our general doth salute you with a kiss.
Yet is the kindness but particular. 'Twere better she were kissed in general.
And very courtly counsel. I'll begin. So much for Nestor.
I'll take what winter from your lips, fair lady. Achilles bids you welcome.
I had good argument for kissing once.
But that's no argument for kissing now. For thus popped Paris in his hardiment, and parted thus you in your argument. Oh, deadly gall and theme of all our scorns, for which we lose our heads to gild his horns. The first was Menelaus' kiss, this mine. Patroclus kisses you. Oh, this is trim. Paris and I kiss evermore for him.
I'll have my kiss, sir. Lady, by your leave.
In kissing do you render or receive?
Both take and give.
I'll make my match to live. The kiss you take is better than you give, therefore no kiss.
I'll give you boot. I'll give you 3 for 1.
You're an odd man. Give even or give none.
An odd man, lady. Every man is odd.
No, Paris is not. For you know 'tis true that you are odd and he is even with you.
May I, sweet lady, beg a kiss of you?
You may.
I do desire it.
Why beg, then?
Why then, for Venus' sake, give me a kiss? When Helen is a maid again, and his!
I'm your debtor, claim it when 'tis due.
Never's my day, and then a kiss of you.
Lady, a word. I'll bring you to your father.
A woman of quick sense.
Fie! Fie upon her! There's language in her eye, her cheek, her lip, nay, her foot speaks. Her wanton spirits look out at every joint and motive of her body. Oh, these encounterers, so glib of tongue, that give accosting welcome ere it comes, and wide unclasp the tables of their thoughts to every ticklish reader. Set them down for sluttish spoils of opportunity and daughters of the game.
Joan of Arc. First let me tell you whom you have condemned. Not me begotten of a shepherd swain, but issued from the progeny of kings. Virtuous and holy, chosen from above by inspiration of celestial grace to work exceeding miracles on earth. I never had to do with wicked spirits. But you, that are polluted with your lusts, stained with the guiltless blood of innocents, corrupt and tainted with 1,000 vices, because you want the grace that others have. You judge it straight a thing impossible to compass wonders, but by help of devils. No, misconceived, Joan of Arc hath been a virgin from her tender infancy, chaste and immaculate in very thought, whose maiden blood thus rigorously effused will cry for vengeance at the gates of heaven.
Valentine, in love with Sylvia.
Sylvia, in love with Valentine.
Proteus in love with Sylvia.
Julia, in love with Proteus.
The Duke, Sylvia's father.
Madam, this service I have done for you, though you respect not aught your servant doth, to hazard life and rescue you from him that would have forced your honor and your love. Vouchsafe me for my meed but one fair look. A smaller boon than this I cannot beg, and less than this I'm sure you cannot give.
How like a dream is this I see and hear? Love, lend me patience to forbear a while.
Oh, miserable, unhappy that I am!
Unhappy were you, madam, until I came, but by my coming I have made you happy.
By thy approach thou makest me most unhappy.
And me when he approaches to your presence.
Had I been seized by a hungry lion, I would have been a breakfast to the beast, rather than have false Proteus rescue me. Oh, heaven be judge how I love Valentine, whose life's as precious to me as my soul. And full as much, for more there cannot be. I do detest false perjured Proteus. Therefore, begone, solicit me no more.
Oh, 'tis the curse in love, and still approved when women cannot love when they're beloved.
When Proteus cannot love where he's beloved, read over Julia's heart, thy first best love, for whose dear sake thou didst then rend thy faith into 1,000 oaths, and all those oaths descended into perjury to love me. Thou hast no faith left now unless thou'st two, and that's too much by one. Better have none than poor faith which is too much by one. Thou counterfeit to thy true friend.
In love who respects friends.
All men but Proteus.
Nay, if the gentle spirit of moving words can no way change you to a milder form, I'll woo you like a soldier at arm's end, and love you against the nature of love. Force ye!
Oh, heaven!
I'll force thee to yield to my desire!
Ruffian, let go that rude uncivil touch, thou friend of an ill fashion!
Valentine!
Thou common friend that's without faith or love, for such is a friend now, treacherous man! Who should be trusted when one's own right hand is perjured to the bosom? Proteus, I am sorry, I must never trust thee more, but count the world a stranger for thy sake. The private wound is deepest. O time most accursed, amongst all foes that a friend should prove the worst.
My shame and guilt confounds me. Forgive me, Valentine. If hearty sorrow be sufficient ransom for offense, I tender it here. I do as truly suffer as e'er I did commit.
Then I am paid, and once again do receive thee honest. Who by repentance is not satisfied is nor of heaven nor earth, for these are pleased. By penitence the eternal wrath's appeased, and that my love may appear plain and free, all that was mine in Sylvia I give thee.
Oh, me unhappy!
Wow, Julia!
Oh, Proteus, let make this habit blush. Be thou ashamed that I have took upon me such an immodest raiment, if shame live in a disguise of love. It is the lesser blot modesty finds women to change their shape than men their minds.
Than men their minds, 'tis true. Oh, heaven, were men but constant, he were perfect. That one error fills him with faults, makes him run through all the sins. Inconstancy falls off ere it begins. What is in Sylvia's face, but I may spy more fresh in Julia's with a constant eye?
Come, a hand from either. Let me be blessed to make this happy close. 'Twere pity two such friends should be long foes.
Bear witness, heaven, I have my wish forever.
And I mine.
I do applaud thy spirit, Valentine, and think thee worthy of an empress' love. Thou art a gentleman, and well derived. Take thou thy Sylvia, for thou hast deserved her.
thank your grace. The gift hath made me happy. Come, Proteus, 'tis your penance but to hear the story of your loves discovered. That done, our day of marriage shall be yours. One feast, one house, one mutual happiness.
Petruchio!
Katharina, his wife.
Hortensio, his friend.
Come on, in God's name, once more toward our fathers. Good Lord, how bright and goodly shines the moon!
The moon? The sun. It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be moon or star or what I list, or ere I journey to our father's house. Go on, fetch the horses back again. Evermore crossed and crossed, nothing but cross.
Say as he says, or we shall never go.
Forward, I pray, since we have come so far. And be it moon or sun or what you please, and if you please to call it a rush candle. Henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, then you lie, it is the blessed sun.
Then God be blessed. It is the blessed sun. But sun it is not when you say it is not. And the moon changes even as your mind. But you will have it named, even that it is, and so it shall be for Katharina.
Catherine, first wife to Henry VIII.
Sir, I desire you do me right and justice, and to bestow your pity on me, for I am a most poor woman and a stranger. In what have I offended you? What cause hath my behavior given to your displeasure, that you take your good grace from me? Heaven witness, I have been to you a true and humble wife, at all times to your will conformable, ever in fear to kindle your dislike, yea, subject to your countenance, glad or sorry as I saw it inclined. When was the hour I ever contradicted your desire, or made it not mine too? Sir, call to mind that I have been your wife, in this obedience upward of 20 years, and have been blessed with many children by you. If, in the course and process of this time, you can report and prove it too, against mine honor aught, turn me away, and let the foulest contempt shut door upon me, and so give me up to the sharpest kind of justice. Please you, sir, I am about to weep, but thinking that we are a queen, or have long dreamed so, certain the daughter of a king, my drops of tears I'll turn to sparks of fire.
Joan of Arc, look on thy country. Look on fertile France, and see the cities and the towns defaced by wasting ruin of the cruel foe. As looks the mother on her lowly babe, when death doth close his tender dying eyes, see the pining malady of France. Behold the wounds, the most unnatural wounds which thou thyself hast given her woeful breast. Oh, turn thy edged sword another way. Strike those that hurt, but hurt not those that help. See, then thou fight'st against thy countrymen, and joinst with them will be thy slaughtermen. Return thee therefore with a flood of tears, and wash away thy country's stained spots.
Sir Thomas More, citizens!
Peace! Hear me! He that will not see butter at 11 pence a pound, meal at 9 shillings a bushel, and beef at 4 nobles a stone, list to me!
It will come to pass if strangers be suffered, mark him!
Our country is a great eating country. Ergo, they eat more in our country than they do in their own.
By a halfpenny loaf a day, Troy, wait!
They bring in strange root. Trash! They breed sore eyes, and 'tis enough to infect the city with the palsy. Nay, it has an effect infected it with the palsy, for these bastards of dung, as you know they grow in dung, have infected us.
What say ye to the mercy of the king? Do ye refuse it?
No, marry, do we not? We accept of the king's mercy, but we will show no mercy upon the strangers.
Alas, poor things. What is it you have got, although we grant you get the thing you seek?
Marry the removing of the strangers, which cannot choose but much advantage the poor handicrafts of the city.
Grant them removed. And grant that this your noise had chid down all the majesty of England. Imagine that you see the wretched strangers, their babies at their backs and their poor luggage, plodding to the ports and coasts for transportation, and that you sit as kings in your desires, authority quite silenced by your brawl, and you in wrath of your opinions clothed. What have you got? I'll tell you. You had taught how insolence and strong hand should prevail, how order should be quelled, and by this pattern, not one of you should live an aged man. For other ruffians, as their fancies wrought with self-same hands, self-reasons, and self-right, would shark on you, and men, like ravenous fishes, would feed on one another.
Oh, before God, that's as true as the gospel.
Hey, this is a sound fellow, I tell ya. Let's mark him.
Tell me but this. You put down strangers, kill them, cut their throats, possess their houses, and leave the majesty of law in line to slip him like a hound. Say now the king should so much come too short of your great trespass as but to banish you. Whither would you go? What country by the nature of your error should give you harbor? Go you to France or Flanders, to any German province, to Spain or Portugal, nay, anywhere that not adheres to England. Why, you must needs be strangers. Would you be pleased to find a nation of such barbarous temper that, breaking out in hideous violence, would not afford you an abode on earth? Whet their detested knives against your throats, spurn you like dogs, and, like as if that God owed not nor made not you, what would you think to be thus used? This is the stranger's case, and this your mountainish inhumanity.
Faith, it says true. Let's do as we may be done too.
Salarino!
Shylock. But tell us, do you hear whether Antonio have had any loss at sea or no? Why, I am sure if he forfeit, thou wilt not take his flesh. What's that good for?
To bait fish withal? If it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge. He hath disgraced me and hindered me 500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, cooled my friends, hated mine enemies, and what's his reason? I am a Jew. Hath not a Jew eyes? Hath not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions? Fed with the same food, heart with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, cured by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in that. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what's his humility? Revenge. If a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his sufferance be by Christian example? Why, revenge. The villainy you teach me, I will execute, and it shall go hard. But I will better the instruction.
Desdemona, Amelia.
I called my love false love, but what said he then? Sing willow, willow, willow. If I court more women, you'll couch with more men. So get thee gone. Good night. My eyes do itch. Does that bode weeping?
It's neither here nor there.
I've heard it said so. Oh, these men. These men. Tell me, does thou in conscience think, Amelia, that there be women do abuse their husbands in such gross kind?
There be some such, no question.
Wouldst thou do such a deed for all the world?
Why would not you?
No, by this heavenly light.
Nor I, neither by this heavenly light. I might do it as well in the dark.
Wouldst thou do such a deed for the whole world?
The world's a huge thing. It is a great price for a small vice.
Troth, I think thou wouldst not.
In troth, I think I should, and undo it when I had done. Mary, I would not do such a thing for a joint ring, nor for measures of lawn, nor for gowns, petticoats, nor caps, nor any petty exhibition, but for the whole world. Why, who would not make her husband a cuckold to make him a monarch? I should venture purgatory for it.
Beshrew me if I would do such a deed for the whole world.
Why, the wrong is but a wrong in the world, and having the world for your labor, 'tis a wrong in your own world. You might quickly make it right.
Do not think there is any such woman.
Yes, a dozen, and as many to the vantage as would store the world they played for. But I do think it is their husbands' faults if wives do fall. Say they slack their duties, and pour our treasures into foreign laps, or else break out in peevish jealousies, throwing restraint upon us. Or say they strike us, or scant our former having in despite. Why, we have galls, though we have some grace, yet let we have some revenge. Let husbands know. Their wives have sense like them. They see and smell, and have their palates both for sweet and sour as husbands have. What is it that they do when they change us for others? Is it sport? I think it is. And doth affection breed it? I think it doth. Is it frailty that thus errs? It is so too. And have not we affections, desires for sport and frailty as men have? Then let them use us well, else let them know the ills we do, their ills instruct us so.
My words are dull, oh quicken them with thine.
Thy woes will make them sharp and pierce like mine. Margaret, formerly queen.
Elizabeth, formerly queen.
The Duchess of York, the king's mother.
King Richard III.
Why should calamity be full of words?
Windy attorneys to their client woes, airy successors of intestate joys, poor breathing orators of miseries. Let them have scope, though what they do in part help nothing else, yet they do ease the heart.
If so, then be not tongue-tied. Go with me, and in the breath of bitter words let smother my damned son, which thy two sweet sons smothered. I hear his drum, be copious and explains.
Who intercepts my expedition?
Oh, she that might have intercepted thee by strangling thee in her accursed womb. All the slaughterous wretch that thou hast done.
Tell me, thou villain slave, where are my children?
Thou toad, where is thy brother Clarence?
Where is kind Hastings? Rivers? Fawn? Gray?
Flourish trumpets, strike alarum drums. Let not the heavens hear these telltale women rail on the Lord's anointed. Strike, I say! Either be patient and entreat me fair, or with a clamorous report of war, thus I will drown your exclamations.
Oh, let me speak!
Do then, but I'll not hear.
I will be mild and gentle in my speech.
And brave, good mother, for I am in haste.
Art thou so hasty? I have stayed for thee, God knows, in torment and in agony.
And came I not at the last to comfort you?
No,
By the holy rood, thou know'st it well! Thou camest on earth to make the earth my hell!
If I be so disgracious in your sight, let me march on and not offend your grace. Strike up the drum!
I prithee hear me speak!
You speak too bitterly.
Hear me a word, for I shall never speak to thee again.
So,
Either thou wilt die by God's just ordinance, ere from this war thou turn a conqueror, or I, with grief and extreme age, shall perish and never look upon thy face again. Therefore take with thee my most heavy curse. My prayers on the adverse party fight. Bloody thou art, bloody will be thy end. Shame serves thy life, and doth thy death attend.
Coriolanus,
Virgilia, his wife.
Marcius, his son.
Volumnia, his mother.
oh no,
No more! For we have nothing else to ask but that which you deny already, yet we will ask. More unfortunate than all living women are we come hither, since that thy sight, which should make our eyes flow with joy, hearts dance with comfort, constrains them weep and shake with fear and sorrow, making the mother, wife, and child to see the son, the husband, and the father tearing his country's bowels out. Thou barst us our prayers to the gods, which is a comfort that all but we enjoy. For how can we, alas, how can we for our country pray? Alack, or we must lose the country, or else lose thy person. For thou must be led with manacles through our streets, or else triumphantly tread on thy country's ruin, and bear the palm for having bravely shed thy wife and children's blood. For myself, son, I purpose not to wait on fortune till these wars determine, for thou shalt no sooner march to assault thy country than to trust to it. Thou shalt not on thy mother's womb, which that brought thee to this world.
Aye, and mine that brought you forth this boy to keep your name living to time.
I shall not tread on me. I'll run away till I am bigger, but then I'll fight.
I have sat too long.
Nay, go not from us thus. Thou knowest, great son, the end of war is uncertain, but this certain, that if thou conquer Rome, the benefit which thou shalt thereby reap is such a name whose repetition will be dogged with curses. Whose chronicle thus writ, the man was noble, but with his last attempt he wiped it out, destroyed his country, and his name remains to the ensuing age abhorred. Why dost not speak? Think'st thou it honorable for a noble man still to remember wrongs? Daughter, speak you. He cares not for your weeping. Speak thou, boy. Perhaps your childishness shall move him more than can our reasons. Say my request's unjust, and spurn me back. But if it be not so, the gods will plague thee. He turns away. Down, ladies, let us shame him with our knees. This is the last. So we will home to Rome and die among our neighbors. Come, let's go. I am hushed until our city be afire, and then I'll speak a little.
Oh, mother! Mother, what have you done? Behold, the heavens do ope, the gods look down, and this unnatural scene they laugh at. Oh, my mother! Mother! Oh, you have won a happy victory to Rome. But for your son, believe it. Oh, believe it, most dangerously with him you have prevailed, if not most mortal to him. But let it come. Come, enter with us. Ladies, you deserve to have a temple built you. All the swords in Italy and her Confederate arms could not have made this peace.
Katharina,
Amelia,
Isabella,
Margaret,
Paulina.
Portia, Hermione,
Cleopatra.
Cordelia.
I see a woman may be made a fool if she had not a spirit to resist.
I must needs report the truth. 'Twill out. I, peace? Let heaven and men and devils, let them all cry shame against me. Yet I'll speak.
Why, sir, I trust I may have leave to speak. And speak I will. I am no child, no babe. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart concealing it shall break.
No. My heart will burst, and if I speak, and I will speak so that my heart may burst.
I will not charm my tongue. I am bound to speak.
O worthy prince, dishonor not your eye by throwing it on any other object, till you have heard me in my true complaint and given me justice.
Justice.
Justice! Justice!
America Ferrera. Our dignity, our character, our rights have all been under attack, and a platform of hate and division assumed power yesterday. But the president is not America. His cabinet is not America. Congress is not America. We are America, and we are here to stay.
It is an heretic that makes the fire, not she which burns it. I'll not call you tyrant, but this most cruel usage something savors of tyranny, and will ignoble make you, yea, scandalous to the world.
Alicia Keys, we will not allow our bodies to be owned and controlled by men in government, or any men anywhere for that matter. We will not allow our compassionate souls to get stepped on. We want the best for all Americans. No hate, no bigotry, no Muslim registry. We value education, healthcare, and equality.
The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown.
Gloria Steinem, we are here and around the world for a deep democracy that says we will not be quiet. We will not be controlled. We will work for a world in which all countries are connected. God may be in the details, but the goddess is in connections.
If powers divine behold our human actions as they do, I doubt not then, but innocence shall make false accusation blush, and tyranny tremble at patience.
Sophie Cruz, let us fight with love, faith, and courage so that our families will not be destroyed. I also want to tell the children not to be afraid, because we are not alone. There are still many people that have their hearts filled with love. Let's keep together and fight for the rights.
Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none.
Michelle Obama, we cannot allow ourselves to be so disgusted that we just shut off the TV and walk away. We can't just sit around wringing our hands. Now we need to recover from our shock and depression and do what women have always done in this country. We need you to roll up your sleeves. We need to get to work.
Fight till the last gasp. I will be your guard.
Hillary Clinton. It is often when night looks darkest. It is often before the fever breaks that one senses the gathering momentum for change. When one feels that resurrection of hope in the midst of despair and apathy. But it can only come to light if we nurture it, if we claim it as our own.
Sink Rome, and let their tongues rot that speak against us. A charge we bear the war, and, as the president of my kingdom, will appear therefore a man. Speak not against it. I will not stay behind.
Janet Mock. Our approach to freedom need not be identical, but it must be intersectional and inclusive. It must extend beyond ourselves. I know with surpassing certainty that my liberation is directly linked to the liberation of the undocumented trans Latina yearning for refuge, the disabled student seeking unequivocal access, the sex worker fighting to make her living safely. We must return to one another with greater accountability and commitment to the work today.
We are not the first who with best meaning have incurred the worst. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
Angela Davis,
You have to act as if it were possible to radically transform the world, and then you have to do it all the time.
For though usurpers sway the rule a while, yet heavens are just, and time suppresseth wrongs.
Tell him my mourning weeds are laid aside, and I am ready to put armor on.